Hi, I realized the other day that I haven't done a favorites video in about a year, I think. And now that we're halfway into 2025, I kind of figured now would be a really good time to do a mid-year little favorites video. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna share with you all of the things and places and products and lots of activities and books that I've been really enjoying for the first 6 months of this year. So that's what this video is gonna be. I would highly recommend that you get yourself a little beverage or a big beverage, whatever you want. We'll just chat, or I will chat to you, but then please also chat with me in the comments. That would be nice. Also, there are 100,000 of you now, which is so crazy. I can't believe that 100,000 of you seem to give a shit about what I'm doing. That's so crazy to me. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. You are the reason why I get to hang out at my house and make videos and talk about books, and I really appreciate it. Let's talk about all the things that I've been liking. Okay, I'm gonna start with books. I have been putting in effort to read my coffee table books. I feel like it's really easy to buy coffee table books and then just have them sit on your coffee table and never actually get looked at. And so for the past couple months, I've been really trying to actually read my coffee table books, typically in the morning while I'm drinking my coffee. It's just a really nice way to start the day and not be on my phone. I'm very prone to just waking up in the morning, drinking my coffee and kind of like doom scrolling for inspiration for videos. But I actually find that I get a lot more inspiration and much more original inspiration when I look at something like a coffee table book. This one is the Type 7 Milan City Guide. I know Type 7 makes quite a few city guides like this, and they're very beautiful. All the images in this book are really, really gorgeous, and now I just feel like I'm really prepared to go back to Milan. It has incredible restaurant recommendations that I really wish I had had when I was there in April, but now I just feel like I need to go back. This is actually a book that I got recently. I think it's technically considered kind of a coffee table book. It's sort of a textbook in a way. It's Occult by Peter Forshaw, and it's just kind of a book of like symbols and demystifying occultism, which I don't know if you can really do because that's kind of the nature of the occult, is being shrouded in mystery. I've been making my way through some of the novels nominated for the Booker Prize, and I read A Leopard Skin Hat recently, really loved it. Orbital, I'm gonna start reading shortly. This was actually nominated in 2024 and it won. And I read Perfection, which was shortlisted this year. It's by Vincenzo Latronico, I believe is the author's name. I feel like the Booker Prize novels, like the international Booker Prize novels, are always so good. All of the books shortlisted and longlisted. Kind of just a perfectly curated list of books that I always know I'm really gonna like. I usually gravitate towards translated fiction, so they're kind of like a guaranteed 5-star reads, for me at least. There have been quite a few activities that I've been enjoying so far this year. Kind of the main one would be going to yoga. I really love my hot yoga class. Honestly, this yoga mat is so stinky and sweaty. I'm gonna put that down. But yeah, I love my hot yoga class. I've been going pretty consistently since, I would say, the beginning of the year. At least the last 4 months I've been going pretty often, and the first month that I was going, I was being kind of crazy and would go 4 or 5 times a week because it was the winter and my apartment was kind of cold, so it was nice to go to a hot yoga class because it would actually just really warm me up. I became kind of addicted to the feeling that I would get when I would leave the class because it was so cold outside when I would leave. It felt like being in a sauna in the hot yoga class and then walking outside and cold plunging into a cold lake. That's what it was like. So I kind of convinced myself that it was like a wellness ritual, like being at a spa in a Scandinavian country. That was what I was convincing myself, and that's how I got myself to go to yoga all the time and just became addicted to that feeling. After going for like 2 months pretty regularly, I just noticed such a huge difference in how strong my wrists were and also my legs. And it was just very satisfying to notice a physical change like that. Lifting weights has also been something I've enjoyed a lot. I think you guys probably remember when I was just lifting textbooks because I didn't have weights. I would just use my old art history textbooks. This is so heavy, I need to put it down. Yeah, my whole life I've been pretty active. I don't have a car, so I typically just walk everywhere. Yeah, I've always been fairly active and my body doesn't fluctuate very much. It's just kind of stayed relatively the same for most of my adult life. And I've always found that even when I was exercising a lot or very little, my body just always looked the same. And then when I started lifting weights, and especially using weights while I was doing ab workouts, within like a month, I noticed a physical change, especially in my arms. Like I now have a little bicep, which is fun. And I started with nothing. Like I had toothpick arms. I've always had chicken legs. It was really exciting to notice a little physical change that just meant I was getting stronger. I've been journaling a lot, and I've been trying to journal not only when I am going through it and just dumping negative thoughts into my journals. I find journal prompts are really helpful for that because I think it's really easy to journal when you feel like shit because you just like write about how you're feeling really bad. When you're feeling good, I think sometimes it can be nice to make something like a gratitude list. But yeah, this is another good thing to do in the morning, I find, just while drinking coffee. It's a good way to set you up to have kind of a nice day. Some products that I've been liking. I've been using this Say Beauty Sun Glow. It's the super gel. Yeah, the glowy super gel. I don't totally know what this product is. I don't know if it's meant to be like a primer or if it's just supposed to be like a base for makeup. I don't really get what it is, but I really, really like it. Especially the bronze color, because I'm super pale, but I find that this doesn't look orange on me. It's actually just like a true brown bronze shade. I feel like when I use this, all of the makeup that I put on top just goes on more smoothly. The Road Pocket Blush. I don't understand how this lasts as long as it does because it's just a cream product. It makes no sense. It lasts longer than any other blush. I just think it's so nice. Like I love how it looks when I put it on my cheeks here and then up on my nose a little bit. So it kind of has that like sunburnt look. It looks really natural. This is the shade Toasted Teddy, which I'm actually not totally sure why I got this color. It's kind of like a very warm terracotta, which I feel like shouldn't work on my complexion because I'm so pale, but somehow it does kind of work. This next one is maybe my favorite discovery, and I can't even say I discovered it because everybody on the internet knows about this. I had thought about getting lip tattooing done until I found these. They're the Wonder Skin lip tints. They're so good. Like I completely get why they were so viral on TikTok. I'll actually show you because I shockingly don't have it on right now. I'm gonna take off the lip color that I have on. One sec. Okay, I just took off the lip balm that I had on my lips and then I just exfoliated them a little bit so that this wouldn't be patchy, but okay, I'm gonna show you what I do. It goes on this purple blue color and I kind of overline a little bit. And then you only have to leave it on for like 30 seconds for it to start working. I think the longer you leave it, the darker it actually gets. Okay, it's completely dried down, so I'm just gonna wipe it off. Oh yeah, this is the color Whimsical. This is the one that I really like. It's kind of like dusty rose-ish. The stain doesn't transfer at all. But yeah, I just line my lips. Then I put this is the Wonder Skin Lip Oil in Honey. It's just like very, very subtle color, but it's like this pretty purple. The smell is so nostalgic. I can't place what it is. It's like, it smells like a cereal or like a candy that I used to have when I was a kid. That's it. And it literally stays on the whole day. It's so good. The Salt and Stone deodorant. This is the first natural deodorant that I've ever found that I think actually works. I'm so sweaty. I nervous sweat so much just from my armpits and sweat so profusely that I'll feel sweat running down the sides of my body frequently because I get really nervous frequently, and all of the scents are so good. Honestly, okay, that's like kind of a big part of the reason why I really like these deodorants. This is the Santal and Vetiver scent. It's so delicious. The last product is gonna be a fragrance. It's Alhoin Suina from, oh, I have hiccups, from Voya 1833. I've talked about this fragrance a lot, but it's just so delicious. To me, it smells like fig leaf and tomato vine. It's just so green and mouth-watering. It's like a perfect everyday scent. I just think it's so beautiful and it's really unique and has that very mouth-watering green quality that I love in fragrances. Hi, The reason that I am wearing different clothes now is because it's the next day. When I was filming yesterday, there were people outside of my apartment cutting down trees or tree branches, or they were doing something in a tree with chainsaws. It was so loud. You could hear all of it in the footage, and I was getting extremely pissed off. So I decided to stop filming for the day, but now we're back. And I'm going to tell you about some of my favorite snacks. I have a lot of favorite snacks right now, or like favorite meals that I've been kind of doing for the last 6 months. These soup dumplings from Costco. I don't even have a Costco membership. I just used some delivery apps to deliver my groceries, and I was able to get these dumplings. They're Mila brand soup dumplings. They're so good. I just cook them and then I put peanut sauce on them and to make them a little bit spicy. They're the most perfect dinner when I'm just like overly hungry, don't know what to cook. I make those. They're so bomb. Thai honey dried mangoes. I didn't know that they had a lot of added sugar until recently, which makes me kind of sad. It's basically just like eating candy because of all of the added sugar, but they're just such a good snack. And something about the texture of them, I don't know, it's kind of unlike anything else. If you've had dried mango, then you know, but yeah, they're my favorite. I've been getting into matcha. Instead of having a mid-afternoon coffee, I've been having a matcha, and I find I feel way less jittery, and I also sweeten it, and so it's kind of like a treat, but also caffeine. If you have suggestions for matcha brands that you really like, please let me know, because I want to try some other ones that aren't this one. Let's move on to clothing. I've never really been a big athleisure person. I've just never really cared about hoodies and sweats and stuff until I got this hoodie. It's the Mega Zip Up Fleece. Yeah, sweat fleece from Aritzia. Something about this is just absolutely incredible. It's so soft and the fit is like perfectly boxy and plush. Now I kind of want to get it in a darker color just because I find like gray kind of washes me out, but I also only wear it at home and no one ever sees me in it. This pair of pants, I got these in Victoria from a store. I can't remember what it was called, but I'll put it on screen. It was such a gorgeous little store. They stocked so many brands that I love, and they also had a consignment rack, and that's where I found these. The brand of these is, I don't even know how to say that, but these pants have pockets. They kind of look like a skirt when they're on, but they're actually just a very wide leg pant. They're super comfy, they kind of go with everything. Yeah, they're just like an amazing summer everyday pant. I've been wearing them all the time. My Plasticana clogs, I can already tell I'm gonna wear these to death. They're just like really great for spring, I find, when it's kind of puddly, but I think they're also gonna be great for the beach. I wear them to the park all the time. They're super comfy. I just like the way that they look with like a little skirt when I wear them with like a fun red or a blue sock. There are quite a few places that I've been loving lately, and you guys every once in a while will ask me to do like Winnipeg recommendations, and I think just because Winnipeg is a city that people say is boring and it's definitely not a tourist destination, I always am kind of hesitant to recommend places or even talk about Winnipeg, but I do love where I live. We have amazing venues and amazing restaurants and bars and coffee shops. There just aren't a ton of them. But some of the ones that I've been really loving lately are Little Sister, which is actually where I got my coffee this morning. They have 2 locations. The one that I go to the most is the one in Osborne Village. It's like the cutest, coziest little coffee shop. The owner is like the sweetest person alive. I love when she's working and I can just go and chat with her. I actually buy most of my beans from them. Yeah, it's kind of my favorite place to just go and get work done during the day. Shirley's is a pretty new restaurant in Winnipeg, but all of my friends work there. One of my friends is the chef there, another is the bartender there, and then I have so many friends that serve there. The menu is so good. The cocktails are amazing. My friend Christian is the bartender. He is so ridiculously talented. He makes an unbelievable martini. It looks like it could exist in a European city. Ramallah is a restaurant that I order from at least once a week. It's a Middle Eastern restaurant. I'm obsessed with their chicken platter. It's their chicken shawarma platter. and you get rice, chicken, hummus, a little Greek salad, and it's like the most comforting, filling takeout that doesn't make you feel terrible after eating it. The last place that I'll mention is Aroma Bistro. They have incredible dumplings, but I really love their snow beef soup with rice noodles, but they're like kind of thicker rice noodles. They're not like a little flimsy rice noodle. And then the beef is like nothing I have ever had before. It's like extremely thinly sliced beef, and it's like kind of like crinkly almost. It's just so delicious, and if you have a cold, it's the perfect food to eat. You'll feel like the broth is just healing you. There are some things I just call general joys, things in general that have been bringing me joy, and one of them has been filling out the rest of my living room. I didn't have a chair for the longest time, and then I got the really big one that Joni's napping on right now, and then finally got the other chair that I just bought from Zara Home not too long ago. It feels so good to just have my living room be complete and really cozy. I feel like I can have people over and there are actually places for them to sit down. It has never taken me this long to get through filming a sit-down video. This is the last time I'm sitting down to film this, and I'm gonna wrap things up. I think I was talking about just general joys is what I call them. Easily my favorite thing to do when it gets a little bit warmer outside is just going to the park with friends. That's like my go-to hangout spot. Anytime anyone wants to hang out, I just suggest that we go to the park and either get a bottle of wine if it's like the evening or a weekend, or just hanging out, drinking a coffee and doing crafts or something. I get a lot of crocheting done in the summer at the park, I find. Another one of my general joys, and this one's very simple, but it's just lighting a candle whenever I'm doing work, and I feel like it does something in my brain where like when the candle is lit, that's when I know that it's time to be productive. And then when I'm done work, I just blow out the candle. I don't know what it is. It's almost like I clock in for my shift at work by lighting a candle. And then when I blow the candle out, I'm clocking out. That's kind of how I think of it. The final things that I'll tell you about are just some media that I've really enjoyed. I watched Picnic at Hanging Rock not too long ago, actually. It's an Australian movie that's set in the early 1900s at an all-girls boarding school. The girls go to have a picnic at this big, it's like a cliff side, or it's kind of just like a giant rock. But then you can sort of like hike up the rock. It's like a small mountain. I don't really know how to describe what it is. The costume design is so beautiful, and the cinematography is very dreamy. It's also kind of creepy. It's a creepy movie. Some music that I've been enjoying. I've been listening to Brian Eno's ambient albums from the 70s non-stop. Those are like very much my go-to records anytime I'm working, especially when I'm reading. I always play ambient music when I'm reading. Or if I'm just on a walk and I don't really know what I want to listen to, I'll play those. There's one, it's called, I think they're just like Ambient 1 and Ambient 2. Yeah, I think those are all of the things that I've been liking so far this year. I'm pretty sure. I would love to hear about your favorite things from the last 6 months. I'll see you really soon. Yeah, okay, I hope you're having a really good day. See you soon. Bye.